Just need to adjust this slightly here. Okay, we should be good. But yeah, we have one little bit of at least I have one little bit of title goodness to give you for the time being, and that would be Syvalion. So this game was originally only released in arcades in Japan, never got any sort of international distribution. But I'm actually going to be playing here is the Title Legends 2 version on PS2, which, surprisingly enough, is actually localized in English. Supposedly, there were plans to distribute this outside of Japan. Those that never happened for whatever reason, but they didn't have some sort of English script written up at one point. They actually tossed it in here, which is quite nice. And yeah, the arcade version of this originally used a trackball. The PS2 version just uses the thumbstick controllers, because yeah, they work as a fair enough analog movement. There is an SNES version in Europe that it was never fully released. There was a prototype leaked a while ago. But yeah, there also were plans to put this on the SNES. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. So, for today I'm just going to be showing off Basic Series, which is, these are 5 stages. They're kind of made to be a tutorial for you to get used to how the game operates and such. Operate Mecha Dragon with Ball. And this mode here you can actually kind of speedrun. So yeah, we're a giant space dragon. We have fire breath. You do want to be careful with the fire though, because it does drain over time. That's why I'm not spamming it everywhere. Anyways, this is the first boss here, and if I got this timing just right, we can just keep him locked down here. I got out a little bit. But yeah, I actually do want to be speedrunning this game, even for score, because you get some pretty big time bonuses. And also bonuses if you get through stages without taking damage. Yeah, I kind of feel like this game speaks for itself. Wait for those spikes there. And yeah, enemies do drop point items in this game that you can chain the point items by picking them up in quick succession. But it's usually worth it just to go for the time bonus instead. Alright, so this side hopper guy, we'll just let him do his thing, then we'll just lock him down over here. Alright, I'm getting light pickups, so that's good. Oh, just get text there. Oh well. And of course, more Zuntata hot jams. Uh-oh. Yeah, you actually have quite a bit of health here, but you also have pretty much no invincibility frames when you take damage, so you can generate pretty easy if you're not careful. Oh, get through there, come on. Oh, darn. Okay. Start out with 1 extra life, though. There's another life we'll get at 1.5 million, so I'm not too concerned. There's this boss here, just avoid the blue balls. Oh, whoa, whoa. Alright, so this stage can be tricky. I'm just gonna concentrate here for a moment. Ah! Darn, so close to extra life, too. Yeah, but thankfully, you can continue when you continue to leave off right where you died. Oh, whoa, whoa. Alright, so this boss is too heavy to be locked down with flames. We just need to do hit and run here. And you want to use a flame to knock away those metal plates, because otherwise they'll just home in on you. Ooh. Okay, now for the final stage. Those fire just can be a little annoying sometimes. Alright, now for the final boss here. Giant boomerang throwing Cyclops. Likes to hop around sometimes. Just gonna use the flame to freeze his boomerangs in place. Just wear him down. Whoa, whoa. Alright, there we go, it's a 2cc.
No.
Congratulations, you're now a top pilot Syvalion and build enough strength to attend up to real combat. This ends a basic series of combat simulation. Today, let's start for real combat with courage and pride. So yeah, that was basically just a combat simulator there. Get you ready for a real combat setting. It's the real me of this game. But yeah, this is like a super awesome game that control stuff would take a little getting used to even on the PS2 version, but it's really, really fun. And yeah, like people have been saying in chat, the real combat mode, it's basically randomized. Like you have random stages, random scenarios. There's a whole bunch of different paths and endings, and the triggers for each of them are not entirely well understood. But it's pretty awesome that you get to see something a little bit different just about every time you play that. It's a new concept game where the course Emmy boss, stories, and BGM change style your play, and depending on your skill, move further ahead to challenge higher scores and new adventures. So yeah, that right there was Syvalion right there, at least a small sample of it. Definitely encourage everyone to check this game out, especially both modes of playing it. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for me here, at least for now. I will be back later on tomorrow. I believe right now, I think up next on the schedule is Josh the Fun Talk. Yep, he is going to be up here with his own brand of goodness here. But yeah, there's still a lot more to this marathon here. We're just getting started. But yeah, with that, I will go ahead and let Josh and everyone else take over here, and I will see you all later. Please stay and enjoy.